Open it up. It's a personal note. First of all, how do these notes get on my console, Gary? Who puts them
I don't know. Who's it from?
Yeah. How does that get there, Gary?
Gary.
Let's blame somebody else already for this.
And he redirects very quickly and throws you-know-who under the bus. So
Right.
I don't know. I can't tell you.
Somebody put an envelope from somebody on my desk.
Once you tell me who it's from, I can try.
Well, I opened it up. It was from Greg Fitzsimmons.
I would bet Tim put it there.
Oh.
Or he might have been here last night, and maybe Tim let him in or something.
Oh, maybe Greg himself put it there.
Yeah, but it should be left on my desk.
Yeah, and Greg doesn't. And Greg doesn't have a pass. How do people get into this? How do people get into this studio?
I will have to look into it.
I thought we have a lockdown.
We do, but then somebody might have brought him in.
Find out who did that and fire them. And don't tell me who it is, because then I'll feel bad for them. Just fire them.
He says that jokingly, but he is genuine with that. He can never take responsibility to having to be the person who is leading the execution. He really does not want to be part of that.
No, and how many times has he said, I don't have the ability to hire and fire people. Hello, Bubba the Love Sponge. I don't know what anybody makes. Like, he loves not knowing, but then when it comes down to it, I'll have them fired. I'll have their ass. And here's, shitgate Tim coming along, breaking the rules as clearly as can be. And it's just funny that he is so paranoid of anybody doing anything to his desk or his console, his chair. Remember, who was it? Like Doug Goodstein put their kid in the chair.
Yeah.
And so many things. So, yeah, Bowie even said in one of the wrap-up shows that bands used to leave him notes, and he didn't want any of that. And he thought when they got to Sirius with the card keys, that it wouldn't be happening. But Tim fucked up, so shame on Tim. And here we go.
Fire them and then tell.
Yeah, because we have a locked studio. The only way you get in is with this. I don't even have a pass key to get in here. You got to have one of those swipe cards to get in? Right. Supposedly there's supposed to be tight security. All I know is there's an envelope. It's Howard Stern on there. I open it up. It's from Greg Fitzsimmons. How's he getting in here?
So listen, Howard, I won't tell you who put it there, but we need a new program director.
Tim did it? Fire him. How does he get? Oh, he can get in, I see.
Yeah, he has his card.
Oh, all right. Well, don't fire him. I need it.
You know what he said? He said that Greg gave it to him, and he just walked it in and left it there. I said, just next time, throw it on my desk.
Well, what did Greg have to say?
It's clear to me that Greg doesn't know me or listen to the show. Thank God I didn't have him stay over my house.
What happened?
Okay, so
yeah,
we don't know him personally, but yet you would have extended an invite to your house. I mean,
he was invited to his house. I don't think he went. And he gave him the show that he had at least for a year or two at this point, that he does every Sunday for 2 hours. I don't think he even gets paid for it. He just gave him the option to give him free content.
Right.
And Greg felt comfortable enough, and Tim saw it as legit. Like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with this idea because Greg's part of the Sirius family, the Howard family. So he just left it on the desk, thought nothing of it. And excuse me, that's where we got to at this point.
What did he say?
I spent the last year writing a book that I'm very proud of. I'd be honored if you'd write the foreword.
Oh.
Besides my dad, no one has influenced me as much as you. 10 years of watching you and the 3 years of hosting a show on your channel brought me where I am today. Writing this book would have been impossible had I not learned the embarrassing truth is where the story and the humor is. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Of course not.
I know what a huge pain in the ass this is for you. Well, if you knew that, then why would you ask me?
Why are you asking?
I know what a huge pain in the ass this is for you, so please know that I would not be asking if I did not mean it a lot to me personally. Asking if it did not mean a lot to me. But there's no pressure or expectation. I had to ask.
Ugh.
You know, I don't know about, but I'm the kind of person that if I'm asking someone to do something for me, because I'm the kind of person, I'm very prideful, and I don't like asking anyone to do shit for me. You know what I mean? So if I'm asking someone to do something for me, it's because I really need it. It's something that's necessary. Now, in the case of Greg, I'm not sure whether or not this was his situation. I think maybe the name of Howard Stern would have helped to push the book a little bit more. But would it have though?
In 2010, it might have given it a little bit of a shove, not like a humongous one that's going to put it on a bestsellers list. I think Greg played this card knowing that it would get talked about. He would get some airtime. He would get some press, some free press for his book. And he would be testing the waters in a way with Wiggy to see how their relationship was, how he would react to this on a personal level, he says in the note. So Greg is trying to call in a favor for somebody who he's done numerous favors for. And he sat in on the news. He honestly thought he had a closer relationship with Wiggy than maybe he really did. He was invited to the house, had the show, sat in on the news, part of the team, and it just didn't pan out for him, or maybe he did get what he wanted as far as being talked about. And Greg stood his ground. It's amazing that he gave Wiggy the out. Wiggy should have just said no. He said, whatever your decision, I'm fine with it, but here's the question, let me know.
Right, he basically got the free airtime and free advertisement just for Wigabard Crane talking about it. So,
here, just print this as the forward. Print this card on Greg Fitzsimmons stationery. I got the same stationery. You get it from what's that nice place? Tiffany. Tiffany, yeah. Someone once bought me some. Except mine says Howard Stern. And then you're supposed to slash out the Stern, like that's last name, to show that it's personal.
Yeah, it's personal when you just say Howard.
Yeah. Fuck. I like Greg, but man, this is bullshit. Writing the fucking forward to his book. Yeah, because that's what I want to do.
If you sit down to write your own book.
Yeah, I mean, really. I mean, you know how many... by the way, didn't, like, the week we were leaving for vacation, I talked about how everyone asked me to write the forward?
And not to do it.
And not to do it. And
you don't want to do that anymore.
I'm not writing the forward to Baba Booey's book.
I know.
Which, by the way, was a really shit move. I mean, honestly, that out of all people, that's the person you would write the forward for. I mean, granted, the other people like the Lisa Lampanellis and such, it's like, all right, you don't even have to write a forward, write a blurb. I mean, it's what's the real reason for him to, basically put this together for people like he's not really connected with. I mean, Gary was the guy that you really write a forward for.
Down to write your own book.
Yeah, I mean, really. I mean, you know how many... by the way, didn't, like, the week we were leaving for vacation, I talked about how everyone asked me to write the forward...
And not to do it.
And not to do it. And
you don't want to do that anymore.
I'm not writing the forward to Baba Booey's book.
I know.
That's why I said to him, don't hand me this book and ask me to write the fucking forward.
And by the way...
But his reason for asking you to write...
Shit move by him. Because if anybody he's to write the forward for is for Gary.
Yes.
That's the one.
Of course.
Lisa Lampanelli, Jim Brewer. Brewer was because, he kind of liked Brewer. Like he was fine with Brewer.
Right. He loved all the voices that Brewer could do.
Right.
Brewer is a true talent. Lisa, not so much.
Right.
And then Ratso wrote his book for him, so we owed that to him.
Right.
And then Artie, of course. I mean, he should write everything for Artie, every forward ever for him. And then Jackie, too, because Jackie was super important.
Right.
I get it. Now, Greg, that's a whole different story. But, Greg has given him a lot of content for his channels. So, and there's the dad connection, that I don't know. I know he doesn't feel guilt. He just is told by people that he should and that was wrong. So here again, it's just all he had to do was say no. Sorry, Greg, I can't do it.
Right.
Simple as that.
The forward is very funny. He says, I'm only asking because it would mean so much to me.
Yeah.
What's it doing for you?
It's doing nothing for me.